In this video, we will place holes in the side of our Automata box and then add the camera, the cam cap and cam stop and a handle to the Automata box so that we can rotate the handle and have everything rotate as we rotate the handle. So first we need to put holes inside of our box, so I'm going to open one of the sides by right clicking on it and going to open. Once I have a side, I need to place a hole in the middle of it, so I'm going to select the hole tool, and I want two references. So first I need to click one in the center. For this hole, it's currently set as 0.25 diameter. I'm going to change that to 0.27 for my particular cam rod. Again, yours may vary depending on what size cam rod you use. Then I have two references. The first reference I want to use is going to be from, and I didn't mean to click that, so we'll restart. I'm going to click on here. My first reference is going to be from the top down. It's going to be 2. Then I need from the side, it's also going to be 2. So 2 and 2. And then make sure to change your diameter to what you need. In this case, I need 0.27, so I'm selecting 0.27 as my diameter. Once I do that, I can hit apply or OK. Either one's going to be fine, and it puts my hole in my side. When I go back to my Automata, I should update that hole in the side, hopefully. If not, you may have to go over to Manage and Update, and then it puts your holes in the side. So now that I got my holes inside, make sure you save that change you made to the side of your box. I'm going to close out the side since I have a lot open already. And then I'm going to start placing in the pieces I need under the assemble. I'm going to use place. I'm going to start by putting my cam rod in. So I'm going to select the cam rod and open. Right now it's kind of not the orientation I want. I'm going to rotate it. You don't have to rotate it, but I'm going to right click and rotate Y 90 degrees. Then I'm going to place it out, and hit OK. Once I have it out, I'm going to constrain that rod by doing a mate between that white dashed dotted line from my rod, and the same for one of the holes that I just created. And then I hit apply. Then I'm going to cancel, and I have my rod in the box right now. Right now, the way I placed it, it's sticking out one side and not the other. I'm going to slide it down just so it's easier to do our next step. So next I'm going to place my cap, my rod cap I just created on the last video. So I'm going to do my rod cap and open it and place it out here. Again, I'm going to rotate Y 90 just so it's oriented better and place it. Then right click and hit OK. And then I'm going to constrain this. So I want to put this onto the rod, so I'm going to constrain. And in this case, I'm going to use the insert feature. So I'm going to insert it on there. I don't want the near side. I want the inside hole where that cap ends. So if I stick the rod, where does it end at? And that's what I want to highlight as I zoom in. So as I go back, you can see it goes. I don't want to go all the way back. If you can't get it perfectly, we can rotate it. And I want that hole right there where it goes back to. Then I'm going to go to my box, and I want it to go to the end of this rod, and then I'm going to apply that. So now it's located on the rod. While I'm here, I'm going to also do a constraint, which is a mate. So I'm going to do a mate constraint between my work plane. So I added a work plane on this cap, and I'm going to mate that with the work plane on my rod, and that's so they can rotate together. And I'll apply that. The final constraint I'm going to do on this cap is going to be between the edge of the cap and the edge of my box. So I have this box here, and I'm going to rotate it so we can kind of see what we're doing a little better. And I'm going to do a mate again between this face on my cap and the face of the box. This time I don't want them touching perfectly. I like to leave a little space. If you do, you can. But I like to make a little space of 0.02 between and apply. And you can see that 0.02 as we rotate. If I zoom out, you can see there's a little gap there between the cap and the box itself. So that's the first piece we have added on. Next, I'm going to add a rod stop. Very similar process. So I'm going to go to place. I'm going to find my rod stop that we just created and open it. Again, I'm going to rotate Y 90 degrees so it's oriented how I want and place it. Then I'm going to constrain, same process as the rod cap we just did. So same process of mating it. So I'm going to first mate my center line to center line and apply. Then I want to do my planes, my work plane. So I'm going to mate work plane to work plane and apply. And finally I'm going to do a mate between the edge of the box and the edge of my cap. So I'm going to rotate it so I can get the edge of my cap first. So I get my edge of my cap and I select that face. So I zoom in and make sure I can get that face. Then I'm going to rotate back and get the box. And I selected the wrong spot, so I'm going to do selection 2 again. I select my box. And again, I'm going to do 0.02 as my distance. So now I have both of those items on. And lastly, I'm going to place in a handle. So I'm going to place, I have a handle, and I'm going to open that. So again, I'm going to rotate my handle so it's oriented correctly. And I'm going to place it. Again, you don't have to. That's just to try to make things a little easier. Again, constraints are going to be very similar process. You can do an insert on this one if you want as well. Either way is going to work out. I'm going to do an insert in this case just to do a little differently. So I'm going to select my insert. I want the back, not the front. I want the back because I'm going to put it on till that handle gets to the back there and apply. Then I'll rotate back to the front just so you can see everything all at once. And I want to do a mate again of my work plane on my handle and the work plane on my rod. And apply. And now everything should be mated so that when I rotate the handle, this rod and all the caps spin with it. And it's stuck on there. It can't come out of my box. I can't slide it and have it come out of the box. It's stuck on. So everything's stuck in place and it all rotates together. Hopefully this video helps you put your cam rod in place. In the future we'll put on our cams, add holes and followers on top. But hopefully you can get your cam rod situated. Thank you.